Hey, everybody, this is Perch. It's been a while since we've got one of these questions asking for advice, relationship advice. So these are always fun. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Perch, thank you for everything. Okay, thank you for every. Sorry, the mail got off to a weird start. Thank you for everything that you do. Really appreciate your show. I love that you talk about a lot of variety topics rather than the same old drama farming or a big company simping that a lot of people do. I have a question for you, and I'm hoping that you could ask, and it deals with a relationship and the girl that I'm about to marry. First, a little bit about our relationship. I recently met a woman in a comic store. Yes, I'm one of those guys. And we started dating shortly after. We both have a shared interest in comics, which is awesome. So I don't have to worry about her one day getting tired of comics and asking me to throw them all away. My friend, don't count those chickens before they're just saying. You'd be surprised. Anyway, back to the mail. After a couple months of dating, we started taking our relationship a little bit more seriously. Recently, at the comic shop, we were involved in one of those debates around Spider-Man and Mary Jane and whether we liked them better married or single. We both agreed that we liked Peter Parker and Mary Jane married and that Marvel made a huge mistake when they broke them up. Anyway, through this conversation, we were talking more and more about marriage, and I started to get the hint that she would like me to propose to her. So my question is, I am going to look for a wedding ring. I'm going to look for a wedding ring, but I've started to think that a really cool idea might be to design a comics-themed wedding ring that would highlight our mutual interest in comics and how we met, and it could be a very special bond between the two of us. What do you think about that? And have you ever heard of anyone doing a comic book themed engagement / wedding ring? I know you did a show a while back, which I enjoyed, about a comic book wedding, but that seems a little too far for me. But curious what you think about the ring. I don't know. Maybe it has Spider-Man's symbol on it somewhere, or a Fantastic Four logo instead of the stone. Oh, my friend, that won't go well for you. Okay. Anyway, Fantastic Four symbol instead of the stone. Anyway, please let me know your thoughts. As always, enjoy the show, and hope you're doing well. Okay. All right. I read that one terribly. It was a terrible mail reading. All right. First of all, interested to see what people put in the comments on this one. Look, my advice to you is, a comic book themed wedding ring or engagement ring is probably a bad idea. And I say that because, it's one of the, there's a million reasons why that's a bad idea. But, look, if you two are just super, super into comics, there's lots of ways you can show it. You can wear other types of jewelry, the obvious one, by the way, Spider-Man themed ring, Fantastic Four ring, what Green Lantern? I mean, maybe you're not a DC guy, but I mean, Green Lantern ring, it's right there. I mean, it's literally right there. I don't know why your head doesn't go there. But in general, it's better when you can kind of enjoy your love for a hobby or, a pastime, and you're talking to a guy who loves comics completely. It's better if it's a t-shirt or a jacket, or, I mean, hell, even if you want to go as far as a tattoo, that's fine. But the ring is, guy to guy, the ring is something special to your lady, and she is going to, she's going to show it off to friends, and it's going to be a big deal to her. Typically speaking, not everybody's this way. The guy gets a ring, the woman gets a ring. The guy cares a lot less about the ring. For the guy, the ring just needs to kind of sit on the finger and kind of not be annoying and not get in people's way. That's what a lot of guys are for. There's not a lot of guys out there who want the ring all blinged up and, and like stare at it lovingly, while they're stuck in traffic or anything like that. But for the woman, that often is the case, where the ring is a piece of jewelry that, she wants, and she wants to, have some connection to. And to make it comic book themed, you're going all in that when she looks at that ring, she's going to be reminded of you and comics. And maybe, you want to have it be one of those two, but not both. So and look, and the other thing is the reality, no matter what you do with that ring, the odds of it looking somewhat tacky are probably fairly strong. It's hard to pull off. Can it be done? I'm sure a good designer can probably pull something off, but I wouldn't. And I think, you'll regret it. I think she'll regret it. It's kind of fun in the moment, sharing that love for comics and, having that be a part of kind of, who you are. And as a couple, all sounds good, but then, it's always with you. It's baked in. And I think that will wear thin over time. Look, surround yourself with comics, put posters up, bed sheets, whatever, get that, Iron Man vibrator, whatever it happens to be. Lots of stuff you can do. But the ring's a dangerous game there. And again, I haven't looked on Google, but I do a Google search. Has anybody else done this? Does it look good? Does it come off well? I will say, like, look, even if, the woman you're marrying is non-materialistic around jewelry and stones, and if so, good for you, man. You got a winner there. Replacing the stone with like the Fantastic Four symbol, I don't think that, again, that's not going to go well. I don't think she'll appreciate that. And I mean, just imagine a ring with like Fantastic Four logo and diamonds on there. It's going to look cheesy. It's nobody's going to believe it's real jewelry. I don't know. I think, by the way, as different part of advice, if you're a guy and you're getting married and or engaged, and your woman tells you, you need to spend 3 years worth of salary on your ring, you should question that engagement. I just hard stop. I mean, look, I treat Miss Perch very well. Give her anything she needs. All there's never been any complaints around that. But when the person you're getting married to places monetary value on things that are supposed to be about your love and your relationship, that is a bit of a sign that you're going to be living with. And I would just be wary that you're ready to sign up for that forever. And I would be a little cautious. In some cases, it's the friends too. It's not the person you're getting engaged to. It's the friends are like, make sure he blows all of his salary and savings on that ring. And, I've just seen so many guys do that. It goes bad, it then transitions to, you need to blow 5 years worth of salary on a wedding and all that kind of stuff. And then you're in debt, forever for kind of, a nice party. And that's not where you want to spend your cash. You want to spend your cash on, a nice house, nice car, the things that you're going to, live with. And, but it's all about the values you guys share. I can't help but note one other piece, though. Before you get engaged, before you jump into marriage, because I can't tell from the timeline in the mail, you said recently, you started dating, but then you said it's, a couple months went by. So is this engagement, did you meet her 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago? Like, I can't tell the timeline here. But I would just point out there that, if you met this girl like 2 months ago in the comic shop, and then you had a comic book debate, like who would win between the Hulk and the Thing and so on. And one of those debates was, do you like Peter Parker, married or single? Make sure that your hunch is correct and that, she is actually interested in getting engaged. 'Cause that is a big step. And if you guys have been dating for like a couple months and then you had a conversation about how you like, Mary Jane married to Peter. I mean, like, everybody likes Mary Jane married to Peter other than the weirdos at Marvel. So, I mean, that, like, just be a little cautious that, you may be reading into things, is what I'm trying to say. Just make sure, engagement is a big step. Don't go hurling yourself into marriage because she said she liked Mary Jane married. Maybe I'm reading stuff into this mail, but maybe not. I'm just saying, just give it a little bit of time. Make sure. And but it's very cute. I've had it's been 2 relationships. Well, at least 2. But I mean, the one that was pretty close to me, a guy who used to come in and help me unbox and, would do the runs up to the airport when I would have to go get the boxes from Diamond or Capital City, actually, back in the day. And, he met his girlfriend at the shop, and I got to watch that, from a distance, got to watch that relationship kind of grow and then get married and all that stuff. And it was super cute. Like, I don't know, it melts your heart. You're like, oh, nice little comic book love. It's very charming. But I've also seen breakups in the comic shop too, which is far more horrifying in a lot of cases. But because you're standing there, if you work in the shop and things get heated, you get into an argument. Invariably, one of the people, often, nothing sexist here, but often the woman, will like want to start throwing things, and you see the person in this fight start looking around like for something to grab, and you're like, holy shit, don't go, get to the dollar. If you're going to do it, go to the dollar bin. Don't go to the dollar bin. No, don't go to the sign graded copy. Oh, Jesus. There becomes a heavy amount of anxiety there. But anyway, all right, there you go. I don't get a comic book themed wedding ring. I mean, or do, I mean, like, look, the other piece, feel free to disregard my advice entirely. If you know your fiance, the person you're in love with, you're going to know better than me. I've never met either of you. So, if that's 2 of you want, just what's the expression? Double click on that one and just make sure that, this is really what you guys want. Anyway, thanks for the question. Very curious. What do you guys think in the comments? Is it comic book themed wedding rings? You in, you out, and let me know. Thanks for listening.